Well, hello friends. It's Kim back here on my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm getting out my main planner kit. This is from September's Chapters of September's is the title. And I've got some ideas on how I want to put this together. I did already do this. It's going to be an insert that I'm just going to put in my traveler's notebook. It's great for sticker storage and some journaling. I might put my meal plan down here. That's what I was thinking. But today my notebook is looking really sad and I need to take care of it because I do like to reorder the pages in my notebook before I put a cover on them. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. If the cover works for the kit, and this one kind of does, I could keep it and just cover it up. It doesn't have to be very extraordinary, doing all of these extra things for your planner. I just do it because I very much enjoy it. So I'm going to keep this just in case I'm needing extra paper because I have used that in the past. I'm going to reorder the pages here. I always put the title page off to the side, and then I take my 5 single weeks and make sure I have those in a pile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I make a pile of all of the grid pages. So I've got 3 different piles and it's really easy. So let's move these out of the way and get started. I take one of the first ones and I put it so the stripe pages is facing down. Then I take one of the grid pages and I just put it in here. Now I take another lined weekly page. Instead of putting it down this way, I put it up. And sometimes you need to take care of the inside to make it work better. I usually do that at the end. Then you take another grid page and put it inside. Then again, we're doing opposite. So the next one is a stripe page that goes facing down again. Then another one of these grid pages that's up. And another one of these that goes down. So you see it, one goes up, one goes down. So this one is up this time. Then I have another striped or a grid page that's just in regular. And then since my last page was up, this one goes striped page down. And then I put the last one of these in the middle. And then I finished with the outside. So how this works, and now I just give it a good press, ready to go. By reordering them, I lose about 4 days a month. And it works, it's just fine. So we have this is where I like to do the week ahead. And then I have a striped pages. And then if you think about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And now if you like to do a lot of tasks on Saturday and Sunday, you certainly can double up on certain days like Monday and Tuesday, be 2 days on one page. Other than that, it just that's the repetitive part. The only part that is a little bit different is that you have in the middle, you have a striped page. Then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you have an extra page here. Sometimes I like to put meal plans or an errand runner, so there you go. And then on the 5th week, I usually don't do anything on the 5th week because I'm already moved into the next one. So then I kind of like to play in here doing different things. This is a great tracker. I usually have a page for goals. There's just so many things you can do with those extra pages for that 5th week. Anyway, so now I can just staple this back together. If you want to, you can not staple it. I've done that too. I do like to at least get a cover on it, so that's what we'll be doing today. I do have a long arm stapler that I use for these, and I have it pretty much down to a science where I need to have this put a staple on, see how it's like right on there. I've done this so many times, I know exactly the distance to get it perfectly on that line. That one's a little off, but I will be fine with the 1/16 of an inch. So now what you can do is if you wanted to, you could trim the edges. I don't worry about it, but I do make sure that my cover is about 4.5 inches. Now my traveler's notebook is all set up and now I can work on my cover. So I'm gonna put this off to the side and think about how I wanna make my cover options. I love the paper for this month. what I'm finding is I kind of want to do a play on doing these two and these two together. I want to make some sort of cozy quilt vibes. And so I'm thinking of how I can really showcase that by using the two different papers. So look at, I've already got one here. I love this already. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing. I need to like think about how I'm going to cut this and then make this as the applique on top and wrap it around. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my rotary cutter. I know this looks a little fancy. Don't worry about it. You can use a paper cutter. That is always a great option. I always just use this rotary cutter because I'm an ex-quilter, which is why I want to do a little quilty quilt stuff for my front cover, because it just kind of reminds me of all of the cozy vibes. Is usually what I do. This one I think I cut a little shy. No, that's 4.5. Let's do 4 3/4 this month. If you want to see more behind the scenes content, a few more tutorials, go ahead and head over to my Patreon page. We have such a great time over there. I just love my Patreon friends. They are just so fun. Because I am using 8.5 by 11 and it's 8 1/4 with the Standard Traveler's Notebook. And I'm not throwing this away. I'm going to be using it for sure. I'm just marking it with my nail so I know where I'm going to be using my scoreboard. Not like a scoreboard for like sports. That's funny. So I'm just gonna find where my mark is. If you don't have a scoreboard, all you do is set up a ruler kind of like this and then fold over onto that crease. I have done that so many times before too, but today I'm feeling a little extra. Let's just go down here. And I'm actually going to be folding it this way. See how much easier that is? This is so old. I actually used to love Martha Stewart's crafting supplies at Michael's that she used to have. Now, let's put this here. Oh, that's right. I forgot to trim it. I do have an Amazon store front that you're welcome to look at. I love this board and it folds up to be so small. So it's literally the size of the paper. So it really comes in handy. And if you want it folded out, it just does that. But I do have that link to my Amazon store if you're interested. I also do have the rotary cutter and the clear see-through ruler in my Amazon store, but be cautious and careful when you use them for the first time, and make sure your hand is always way far away from the blade. So hold it over here. But using a paper cutter or a pair of scissors is great too. I want to make sure that you guys can feel like you can do absolutely anything with any of the projects that I have here on my channel. Again, all of these ideas are just rando stuff that I come up with. I always think of paper as something that you can really use to change the look of anything. Paper is literally my favorite thing about all of these kits. So this one goes on the front. Then what we'll do is we'll for sure make sure that this is glued down. Probably wondering why I'm like obsessed with pockets, and I can tell you for sure, sometimes I just want to take the notebook with me when I'm going places. I don't want to take the whole entire traveler's notebook, especially if I'm going on vacation. So I don't like to take it with me as a whole unit. All right, so I also, because we're doing the whole pocket thing, I just put a piece of strip up here, a strip up there. The best part about all this is it's just paper. We're just having fun and we're being cash about it. Cash and cozy. That should be is that the name of a new kit? I love it. Cash and cozy. Oh, that looks so cute. And then here's the inside pocket. I also think it would be a great idea if we added one of these pockets. Let's do that too. That's cute. Now let's use some pet stickers to make the front cover personalized a little bit. That might be cutting it close. Let's move that over just a little bit. Now it's crooked. There we go, I did it. Now, I was thinking about adding something down here, and while I could use the washi tape, I think it's a little too busy. I need something larger scale. So I pulled out this, and I think it's gonna work great. I am going to go along the sides, but leave the top open. What if I could put in a few die cuts as kind of like a die cut holder? I'll just do the whole entire thing and pull that over. Let's pull up that die cut. I changed my mind. You know how I roll. And now I have this little cute pocket here. That'll be such a better spot for my September little calendar. So you guys have never pulled up stickers ever, huh? I'm just kidding. I just didn't like the look of these, especially with everything else going on. That's the beauty of these pet stickers. I'm just gonna put them off to the side for now, but they'll go easily back on here, especially if I take off the negative part. Now that that negative part is off there, I can go ahead and just stick these back here because I don't want to lose them, and they'll stick perfectly there. All right, that looks like it's a much cleaner look, and I'm happy with that. Plus, if I put the September calendar right up front, it's like the showpiece item. If the only thing I need, if I really wanted to put anything, is something right around here, which we can. Let's put this one September sticker right, or this can go there. Beautiful labels will be helpful. Ooh, I like this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and snip off this side. Use it as decoration right about here. Notes will work great. And put a teapot, pouring a cup in. One last little piece of rounding the whole thing out. And there you have it. It's our first project using the main planner kit and of course the notebook that comes with it. What a cute little addition to my planner. I can't wait for September. It's gonna be fun. Thanks so much for joining me today here on my channel. I think this cover's going to work great in my traveler's notebook. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.